Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Suzanne. I wanted to say that I really enjoyed working with all of you this year and that you are an awesome pre-K class and I would love to give you guys a giant hug. So let's give a big hug. Oh, I love you so much. Kisses. I love you and you are such an awesome class and I love you so very much. So today we are going to read for the third time the book Sam Helps Recycle. Sam Helps Recycle is such a wonderful story that you guys heard 2 times before, and I'm going to read it for the third time because I just love this story. It is written by Judith Bauer Stamper, and it is called Sam Helps Recycle. Recycle, that's a long word. Now, as you're listening to the story, I want you to try to remember from the 2 times you heard the story before, if you can think of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story and what happens. Hi, my name is Sam. I'm helping Maya and her mom recycle our trash. I hear Maya calling me now. Gotta go. Some of our trash goes into garbage cans. The rest goes into recycling bins. These are recycling bins. Do you remember in school we had a recycling bin outside of our classroom? It was a big, tall, blue bin where we put the milk cartons. We did that in school. Maya has a big stack of newspapers ready. Wait a minute. I have to get that newspaper I hid behind the bushes. I'll add it to the stack. Cans and glass bottles are next. We put them into a separate bin. Hey, are they throwing away my dog food? No, it's okay. These cans are already empty. Plastic goes into the last bin. I run to get a bottle I left in the yard. I don't want to litter. When I come back, I get a surprise. My food bowl is in the recycling bin. Why are they throwing my food bowl away? Before I can save my bowl, Maya calls me to get into the car. She says we're going to the recycling center. We're also bringing old batteries and unused paint. It's not safe to keep them around. In some towns, sanitation workers pick up the trash on one day and recycling bins on another day. Where we live, we do our recycling ourselves. Maya's mom starts the car. Here we go. Where I live, they do the garbage and the recycling every Tuesday morning. And then every other week, we do recycling every other week. We do garbage and recycling Tuesday, and then the next week just garbage, and then garbage and recycling every Tuesday. Maya's mom says that each person in the United States produces more than 4 pounds of garbage a day. That's enough to make more than 60,000 truckloads of trash. I wonder, where does all that garbage go? I soon find out. We drive by a huge landfill. My nose can smell it a mile away. Maya's mom tells us that a landfill is a deep hole dug into the ground. So that's what a landfill is. A deep hole that you dig. It has a lining of clay and plastic at the bottom. The lining keeps the rotting garbage from leaking into the groundwater, which just seems pretty yucky. There are big bulldozers pushing huge piles of garbage that have been dumped at the landfill. The trucks pack it down with their wide tires. I've heard Maya say that there's just too much trash to put in landfills. That's why we have to recycle paper, plastic, cans, and bottles. All these things can be reused and turned into new things. I'm glad that we're at the recycling center, but I'm still worried about my food bowl. I watch while some people put their newspapers into a big container. Then Maya and her mom dump their newspapers. My paper goes in too. A sanitation worker comes over to pet me. A sanitation worker is a person who works with the garbage. They take care of cleaning it up and recycling it and putting it into the facilities where it belongs. He tells Maya that recycling paper saves lots of trees and lots of energy too. He explains that our recycled paper gets packed into big bales that go to a paper recycling factory. At the factory, the old paper is turned into pulp. Then it goes through a machine that turns out miles of new paper every day. Next, Maya's mom adds our bottles and cans to a big pile. A front-end loader scoops them up and dumps them into the back of a truck. It makes a horrible racket. I wish I could cover my ears. The worker says that the bottles and cans will go to a sorting facility that separates the glass and the metal. Then they go to separate factories to be recycled. At one factory, the glass bottles are crushed and melted into a liquid. Then the liquid glass is poured into molds to make new bottles and other products. The cans are taken to a different place. Before they leave the sorting center, though, they are crushed together into bales. Then they are taken to a factory that recycles metal. Recycled cans are made into new cans that can be recycled all over again. Maya's mom unloads the plastic last. I see my food bowl sitting on top of the pile. The worker tells us that plastic bottles take up a lot of space. In some landfills, they may never decompose or waste away. That's why it's really important to recycle plastic. He says that the plastic is sent from the recycling center to a factory. First, the plastic is cleaned. Then it is chopped up into little pieces. Finally, it is melted down and made into new plastic products. On our way home, I worry about my bowl, but I still feel good about recycling. When I go into the house, I get a great surprise. Maya shows me my new red bowl. She points out the recycling symbol on the side as she fills it with food. While I'm eating, Maya and her mom talk about other recycled products. Maya's notebook comes from recycled paper. Some clothes are made from recycled plastic. Even some playground surfaces are made from old tennis shoes and rubber tires. After I finish my food, I head straight to my doggy bed for a nap. Recycling is a lot of work, but it's worth it. Did you guys like hearing that story again? This is a really fun story, and this dog, Sam, is such a good doggy. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that book, and what we're going to talk about next is the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. Did you like hearing it? If you did, put your hands on your head. If you didn't like the story, put your hands on your shoulders. I hope you all put your hands on your head because this is a great story about a dog who helps his family recycle. Okay, so can you think about the beginning of the story? What happened in the beginning of the story? Let's see what happened. The dog was helping recycle. Remember? What happened in the middle of the story? Maybe they went to the recycling center. And at the end of the story, he got his dog bowl back, right? So those are all the different parts of our story, the beginning, the middle, and the end. I would like to see if you can remember what is the process of recycling. What happens first? Can you think about what happens first? Think about this story and what did they do with their bottles and cans and paper in the house? And then what happens to the stuff? And then what happens at the end? Can you think about that? If you can show me a picture of where the paper and the cans go, that would be wonderful. And if you could draw me a picture of something that can be used from recycled materials, I will help you. Remember, in the end, it showed a picture of these items. These are some things that can be used, right? the notebook comes from recycled paper because people recycled paper, so they made a new notebook. This shirt or sweatshirt comes from recycled plastic. Some clothes are. And these tires were used to make a new playground. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that book. And I love you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful summer. And I love you. And I want to give you big hugs. And have a wonderful afternoon. Bye, everybody.